about this? A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go play action here on first down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Here's a diving catch right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And here's Freiermuth again. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so he'll just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Wait, that 380. Mike's 43. Hey, me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 72. Flare, alert, flare, flare, flare.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And Brace, the tight end's got it. That catch good for only a couple.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, his throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Here we go. Here we go. Go on. No, 66. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Mike, 45. Let's go heavy. Everyone, you got it.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. William Golston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Second and 10.
Don't say nothing. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Kill.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. There he goes, left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, which for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. These two teams all tied after one. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw again. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 41 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again. And instead, it works opposite.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Here it comes, here it comes.
Mike,
Brady now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Play action. Now it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. That throw by Brady incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 39. Ozzy! Ozzy! Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, 66. Let's get off the field, D. Wait, what do you got?
Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. 43 is the mic. You got nothing today. Hey, Alabama.
Again, it's Brady. Underneath, he's got Brate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, check Mike. Regular.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll go down at the 28. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. On play action, now Brady. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
He's checking crab.
Rip.
Brady now on first down. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. A quick throw by Brady, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go with a big bang Fournette, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Leonard Fournette denied on 4th and goal, and the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
That catch good for only a couple. Second and 8.
Check pass. Check pass. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Let's go on. No,
now Brady. Underneath, he's got Brady.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
43 is the Mike, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe?
Touchdown! Najee Harris, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Hey, check Mike 30. Regular.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, pump.
To throw is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Here's Brady. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Wait, that Alabama 380. 39. Yeah. You don't want none. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And brought in by Bray. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up, and you know what all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they get hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Come on. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
And Trask going to keep it himself. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Brady's throw taken in by Miller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Wait for the hit.
Brady going to throw. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check it.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. SOS.
Wait for the hit.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got a man complete to Miller. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
This is caught. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Brady now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. It's complete. It's Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, ball 66. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 72.
Brady to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
72.
To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Now Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Sugar! Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Come on, D. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, check it.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.